In its quest to provide an open forum for discussion of controversial issues, this station allows hosts and their guests to express themselves without any significant censorship. You are advised that any view expressed by the host or their guest are not necessarily the views of the owners or management of TogiNet Radio, Togi Entertainment, or the Owners Group, Inc.
It's time for Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues today, with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly. Ladies, Motherhood Talk Radio is here to give you a powerful platform by giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. Motherhood Talk Radio has interviews with best-selling authors, gurus of happiness, and women of interest who every single day make our world a better place for our families. Motherhood Talk Radio, powered by Motherhood Incorporated, is on the air now. Moms, this really is your show. Motherhood Talk Radio. And now, here are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm coming to you live with Christy Holly.
Hello there.
And we have Rick Swanson here today.
Hey, ladies, how are you?
There he is. Good. They got to
Wait,
admit.
are you making fun of me?
Not yet.
But we will. But we were just thinking, like, in here, like in the other office, you know, we dance around when they say she's not just a pretty face, and Chrissy's and my eyes meet, and we grin, and we're like, yeah, we're not just a pretty face. And then we kind of look over at your office and go,
No, I wasn't dancing, I promise.
You weren't?
Well,
Sometimes, maybe?
Just a little bit.
When it's dark and no one's looking?
Okay, that's not the topic. I was not prepared for that.
So, the topic of today is our Fit to Strip challenge that we're still working on. We have some good news to report today.
What would that be?
That would be that you have completed your 3rd week of crop training.
Yes, that is good news. I'm alive. I'm walking. I can walk upright now. Things are good. Things are good.
Things are good. Things are good. And let's see. For me, I got to tell you, I have turned my nutritional habits around. Rick, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. I mean, you're cooking now. You're not eating burgers and fast food every day. So.
Are you getting
By
paid
the way,
to say
just
that?
put it out there, Sandra is an amazing cook, so, you know, it even beats Taco Bell, which is, let's say.
Whoa, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are right up there.
Wow, I know. I'm like all happy now. Yeah, but I think it's helping. I think the Fit to Strip challenge has made me definitely more conscious of, you know, working out and what I'm eating. And what about you, Rick? You have any successes to report?
Successes. Not inherently, and just the past couple of weeks, it's kind of going to tie into what we're talking to later about sleeping properly. Like, my whole sleep schedule is whacked out, so I don't know. I've just been, like, fighting a cold this past 2 weeks. Kind of crap.
It's been longer
so I haven't
than that.
worked out as much. Has it?
I think so, because, like,
maybe.
It's been at least 2 weeks, because there was, like, 3 days. Like, you were sick when you went away, weren't you?
Yeah, well, that was also, too, when we went to that retreat up in the mountains. The lady had a bunch of cats, and, like, my nose hates cats. So I think it's been allergies and whatever else has been going around.
Yeah, but it's been it's been a long time. Either way, it's been a long time.
I mean, I just normally look bad, so I don't need any help.
So we're going to talk today. We've talked about in the past, like, nutrition. We've talked about fitness. Last week we talked about self-defense. This week I want to talk about the importance of sleep, because I think, especially as moms and new moms and pretty much anybody, whatever goes on in your life that disrupts your sleep really makes a difference in your life. Anyone? Bueller?
Yes, it does make a huge difference in your day, your day-to-day stuff, like whether you're, you know, sluggish.
Excuse me, can I cut you off for a second?
Yes,
it does make a difference in my life, says radio show host Christy Holly. How important?
I wasn't even reading anything. Sounds so scripted.
It did sound scripted.
I know. It does make a difference in my life when I get some sleep, which I haven't had a good night's sleep in a very long time. So I'm
like I don't know, 7 years maybe.
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years probably.
So my son still comes into our bed at night at like 2:00 in the morning, or sometimes 1. It just depends on how tired he is before he goes to bed. So I like to try to wear him out so he'll stay in his own bed. But I'm just so tired, too tired to get up and get him back to sleep in his bed. I was like, yep, get in.
But it's true. It's like you get worn down to a point. It's like, especially with my older one, like sometimes if the wind is blowing up here, we get some amazing windstorms, and he gets scared, and then he comes into the bed, and I'm like, 65 pounds, I'm going to have to lug your ass back to bed? I don't think so. I'll just get out and get in your bed, and you can stay in mine. But it does. It disrupts your sleep.
It does, because sometimes, when my husband's not there, it's better, not better, you know what I mean, better for me.
Better.
It's so much better. No, there's 3 of us in a bed compared to 2 of us, and Nick is like a total snuggler, so when I move, he moves.
Oh, so it's the magnet. That's what I used to call the magnet effect. No matter where you are on the bed, you could literally, and I've done this before with both my kids in the bed, I've laid down at the foot crosswise.
Me too.
Just to get some space, and it's like, you fall asleep, you wake up, and I'm like, God, they magnetized to my hip and my shoulder.
I know. Me too. No, anywhere, whatever. It's like I feel like I'm the biggest person in the bed, and I have the least amount of room and space, and I wake up going like, oh my gosh, doesn't feel like I slept, or I wake up feeling like I need to take a nap. And that's bad.
Yeah, or no, you know what the worst thing is, and I don't know if Rick or if Christy, you've ever had this thing where you roll over and you're like, oh, it's time to get up, and you count the hours till you can go back to bed.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah,
I do that a lot.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, just go, if I could get through this day.
I just can't wait to go back to bed.
Well, I don't know. If somebody sounds like they got a lot of sleep, though, I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay, I did.
To be fair, yes. Intake today,
what are you talking about? Okay, the last couple days, I'll be here. I've gotten in this routine where I feed the kids dinner when they get home from school. We go to soccer. I've been working out, and I did. I got I think last night, I don't know, Rick, when were we talking last night? 10 o'clock maybe?
I think it was after that. It might have been 11.
It might have been 11. But this morning I slept. I got up at 4:30 and worked because I was having anxiety. But prior to that, I think I got 9 hours sleep one night or 10 hours sleep one night, and that'll sustain me sometimes for a couple days.
Will it really?
Yes. Yeah. Doesn't for you?
No. I don't ever get that much sleep in a row. That many hours in a row. Doesn't happen. Not in my house.
All right, so stupid diet guy, why don't you tell us some things about the importance of sleep?
Okay, sure. No, I was actually, before we came on today, I was reading some articles, actually trying to find stuff on about quick exercise ideas, and I came on this article about sleeping, and it was by a former Navy SEAL. His name is Stu Smith. So I was like, oh, maybe he knows something about fitness. And the funny thing, too, is the first point he had to talk about, he mentioned that you can actually oversleep and that you cannot catch up the sleep you lose, which is kind of depressing. So you can't, go to sleep for 2 hours and the next day sleep for 10 or 12. Apparently that's actually bad for you. I didn't know that.
No.
Did you know that?
No. I always thought, I'll just catch up. I'll, sleep when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I guess, I do know, and it says, it makes it hard to fall asleep the next night. I definitely found that to be true.
Yeah, the overtired?
Yeah, exactly. And then you've gotten some sleep, so you think that you're really not tired. So, yeah, it screws up your whole system. Yeah, but, something you mentioned, too, but you said you've been busier, doing the karate and taking the kids here and there, that if you've had a hard day of, physical exercise and running around, it does make it easier to sleep. I mean, I think that's pretty common sense.
That's true. That's like the exhausted sleep, where you're just walk into bed and lay your head down, and it's
exactly.
2 seconds, I'm out.
Right, yeah. And then here's another thing. You guys, when it says sleeping should be in an area that's calm. I don't know. Christy, when your kid is actually sleeping in your bed, I think that kind of takes that one out of the picture.
Well, I don't know. Pick the kids, pick the dogs, take your pick.
See, I don't know. You're lucky. Like, my parents would never let us sleep with them. Like, we come in, Mommy, Dad, we're scared. And they're like, too bad, go back to bed.
No.
I know, see? You thought I had nice parents.
I know. We like your parents, or at least we did.
Well, they are nice, but no, they would not let us sleep in the bed. My dad's like, this is my bed. I'm sleeping. Go to bed.
Really? Even when you guys were really little, though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Carrie, can we get Mrs. Swanson on the line?
Yeah.
You're like, Rick didn't leave our bed till he was 14 years old.
Yeah, see, that's worse. But yet you still give us age in months.
There you go, right.
Like, wait,
right, if you're 14, how many months old are you?
Me?
Yeah, if you're 14. You're in Mr. Math Whiz.
Yeah.
What's 14 times 12?
14 times 12.
We know 12 and 12 is 144.
Right.
Plus 28.
Times 14. It's 168 months. I'm 168 months.
At least you're not breastfeeding at that age.
That's true. Right.
That would be bad.
That would be really bad.
Yeah, I'm just going to vote no for that.
No, me too.
I will not let my kids do that.
Well, here's the one for you, Mr. Rick.
Yeah.
Number 4, avoid active evenings.
Well, that's impossible. I mean, they talking about exercise or just being busy?
Well, it just says, if possible, do not exercise 2 to 3 hours prior to sleep. But when you look at, like, what you're doing, you're singing and you're, sometimes hopping around on stage, and that's exercise.
Yeah, I think, that could be part of my problem. Like, this week, I'm playing 6 days out of 7 after work today. So, yeah, that could be, I don't know, maybe. I cannot play and stand still. That's just not possible.
No,
I couldn't look at you if you did that.
I know. It's hard enough to look at him as it is.
Hey.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. Okay, we are here at...
Just kidding, it's okay.
Yes, yes. We are here at Motherhood Talk Radio. I'm here with Christy Holly, my co-host. My name is Sandra Beck. We have Rick Swanson. Coming up in the next segment, we are going to welcome our resident nutritionist. I know, I blew it. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to welcome her? We're going to welcome her.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Come be a part of Pat Sloan's Creative Talk Radio. Her goal is to inspire you to be creative every day. Pat Sloan's Creative Talk Radio, Monday afternoons at 4, 3 Central on TogiNet.com. Pat lives and breathes being creative through her quilt design business, but her creativity and interests have no bounds. On her show, she'll be introducing us to guests through interviews and talks that have a creative life. We'll learn more about what goes on in the world of quilting. And since Pat, like many of us, is creative in many ways, she'll also introduce us to creative people in other crafts like knitting, crochet, paper arts, and lots more. Pat is also an author, a lecturer, designer, and cheerleader of many. She's tried her hand at making almost everything you can think of and does many crafts to keep her inspired to create. Check out her website, patsloan.com. What makes Pat most happy is to inspire others to be creative every day. So join us for Pat Sloan's Creative Talk Radio, Monday afternoons at 4, 3 Central on TogiNet.com. Get ready to laugh along with This Little Parent Stayed Home with Ali Lopreet. Friday evenings at 6, 5 Central on TogiNet.com. This is a truly realistic, no-nonsense, tell-it-like-it-is method that will have you laughing and crying, surviving while struggling, and hammering away at the hardships as you travel through the greatest journey of your life. Get empowered by joining thousands of other parents who have also decided to take a leap of faith into a double career with longer hours and half the pay simply because of the love they have for their children. Together, we are rebuilding a new economy that will support us rather than enslave us. Never again will we have to choose between raising our children and earning to provide for them. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. For more on Allie and her success, check out her website, OurMilkMoney.com. So come get empowered with This Little Parent Stayed Home with Allie Lopreet. Friday afternoons at 6, 5 Central on TogiNet.com. Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
You do it. You do it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Do it.
No, really.
Yes, you can. Just say, welcome to Motherhood Talk Radio.
Welcome to Motherhood Talk Radio.
Woo! She did it! We've only been on the air, 8 months?
Well, I wasn't prepared.
I know, but if I had said to you,
then I would have had a stomachache all day.
Yeah, I think, Christy, you should just have to do it for the next couple shows. Just, yeah.
I agree.
Thanks, friend.
You're welcome. I'm looking out for you.
With friends like you. These enemies.
Speaking of enemies.
Ouch.
No, I'm just teasing. But one of the things that Stupid Diet Guy has dug up on the Internet to make our lives better for those overworked moms out there.
What is that?
That's our Quick Fit 15-minute exercise program. Boo.
Hey, you're just booing the program I found for you?
No, we were booing you. No.
Thanks.
Yes. No, we were just saying, when you're overworked or you're traveling or you're busy, it's really hard for workouts to get in, especially if you don't have time to drive, to the gym or
For 15 minutes, I would not drive to the gym for 15 minutes. I'm just saying, but that's all.
No, but you might not have even the 15 minutes it takes to drive to the gym and back, which sometimes I don't in the calendar day, and then be able to work out, because that right there, even if you get a half an hour workout, you've killed an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't go to the gym.
Is that the reason?
That's one of them.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
The 15-minute super workout.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it.
I was just kind of snarking in the background going, any mom listening out here who's like, oh yeah, I got laundry to do, I got groceries, I got dinner to cook, I got 4 kids at home. Yeah, I'm Stupid Diet Guy, I'll get that 15-minute workout program in.
Well, right. But I have a couple cousins and then my brother, who's the jarhead. They love the P90X program, and I think it really does work. I think it's a good program, but it's not really that short of a program. I think every session is around an hour.
Is it?
I think so. Maybe 45 minutes. I'm not positive on that. Don't quote me. But
I wanted to meet somebody who's actually done that, because I was eyeballing that on the late night TV.
Yeah, I've never.
Was that with or without a bag of chips?
Without. They're on really late.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I don't get
No, everyone looks like so unhealthy that I've seen has done it. It's basically, if you don't diet enough, it won't work anyway.
Oh.
Running on the treadmill with a...
Well, that's no good.
On the right screen.
Throw that program out. You have to diet. What?
So what are we going to do on this 15-minute exercise program?
Well, basically what I found across the board is that there's a couple minutes, usually around 10 minutes, they suggest you just do aerobic activity, walk, maybe on the treadmill or jog around. It doesn't take a lot of coordination to jog or walk. For most people, I'll put that out there.
So basically just move.
Just, get moving, get your heart rate up. And, you could probably even do jumping jacks. I know in the military, it's calisthenics. You do jumping jacks, lunges, and that keeps your heart rate up, so that would count as cardio. And then after that, they say you can move into some, core training, some sit-ups, and that's part of your aerobic activity. So probably break it down, 8 minutes of aerobic activity. It says do 50 sit-ups, and then some strength moves. If you have a pair of dumbbells. You guys have dumbbells?
Yes.
Just in the office.
Okay.
Sorry.
I knew that was going to get... I shouldn't have said that. Dumbbells. Basically, you can do some chest presses, you can do some curls, some shoulder raises, and if you're more advanced, like you see my brother, the Marine, you can do all the pull-ups, the dips, and the chin-ups.
That's not happening.
I know. He comes inside sometimes. He'll be at the gym, and we'll be sitting in the sauna or whatever, and he comes in and he's like, dang it, I only did 19. I'm like, 19 what? It's like pull-ups. Man, I'm so out of shape. And we always look at him like, we give him that that look, like, we hate you. You know?
Yeah, we just did that in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so crazy that he actually came in the sauna. My friend and I were in there. We're done with our workout. He comes in and goes, "This is boring. What are you guys doing here?" I'm like, "Just sit."
Sweat.
Like, where's the pull-up bar?
It's our workout sweat.
Like, that's
Right, exactly. It's sauna suit training right there. Yeah, so that's pretty much that little program. A little bit of, get moving, maybe do some push-ups, some pull-ups, or get your dumbbells out, work on your triceps and your biceps. I'm sure this is something probably Rona could shed some light on, what she could recommend. Probably what you're going for, too. If you want to, become more flexible, maybe you could add some stretching into it, or, use one of those medicine balls, or do sit-ups on the workout ball, something like that.
That's true. I do have a yoga ball.
Do you? Yoga ball.
It's in the yard. Fun place
sitting
to
on it
fall with the kids with it.
That doesn't count.
So, do we have Rona on the air with us right now?
I'm here.
Hi.
Hey, Rona.
Hi, missed you guys.
I know. Yes, we've been doing very good in your absence. Kind of.
Good.
That inspired confidence right there. We've been doing very well.
Excuse me, as Christy reaches for a Diet Coke on the air with Rona. Did we not have this whole episode on caffeine?
Hold on, let me get my coffee.
I know. But, Rick, you got to admit, your nitro use is way down.
Oh, way the heck down. I don't think I've had an energy drink in, I don't know, weeks.
Yay!
Isn't that something else?
And you're up and about. You got energy, huh?
Well, I don't know. You ask Sandra. I don't know. Has my energy been lower now?
Like when you're not sleeping right now, you're awake and you're moving around. I don't know. You've been goofy and happy and fun. I mean, does that count? Yes.
Yeah. No, I feel better not having that in my system because it does pick you way up, and then end of the day, just you feel like crap.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's way down.
So there you go. There's a success story. Good job.
So, Rona, what do you think? Do you have any suggestions for like short, quick little workouts you can do? I know it's hard to really get anything like really done in like 10 or 15 minutes, but is it better than not doing anything?
Yeah. But see, 10, 15 minutes makes it more doable, too. Even if you, say, had a half an hour, and you go, I don't want to work out, But if you go, you know what, I'm going to go and just do 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I'm a real fan of having exercise equipment at the house because it's right there and there's so few excuses. If you have, like, say, a stationary bike in the other room and you go, I've got 15 minutes right now, go in there, you ride the bike, listen to the TV or read something, and then, but the actual research has shown that you can get just as good results, whether it's weight loss or the health effects of exercising by doing 10 and 15-minute increments, throughout the day. So, yeah, like having like a stationary bike or a treadmill, something that you'll do, and that doesn't take up too much space if that's an issue. But I like that. Or, like you mentioned, have a DVD or a video, exercise video, you can pop in. But, that P90X is kind of difficult, I think, for a lot of people.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I think it's good for, particularly younger people, great, but,
the older folk, not so great.
Well, it's challenging, and you can get hurt on it. Hurt doing it. It's just so grueling almost. But I mean, a good thing. It depends on your age group and your weight and things like that.
Well, and probably your fitness level too.
Fitness level, exactly. But and then with the TV, the exercise shows that are on TV now. You got these fit channels. You can just put on the exercise channel and go work out for 15, 20 minutes to that. But
so I guess I shouldn't make fun of Christy when she does her lunges during our show.
That's right. You shouldn't.
Are you doing lunges right now?
No, not right now. I'm
sitting down.
Great. No,
right now she's drinking her Diet Coke. But prior to that, earlier in the show, she was doing some. What did you do?
Doing some kicks and some little lunges. all excited.
Those your karate kicks or those
class. Well, I don't know.
Hey, you know what? You guys can get like those ankle weights and strap them to your ankle and do sets of, leg curls and leg extensions while you're sitting there doing some work. Take a break. That's true. That's true. I'm good at putting my feet up. I just have to do it more than once.
But don't you have to be careful too, though, right? Like when you run, I know when I was younger and a teenager, it said, running with like dumbbells or weights, that's a good idea. So I ran with like 20-pound dumbbells, and I felt like horrible later. My dad's like, no, stupid, light dumbbells.
No, and actually that was so in like back in the 70s and 80s, but it's really good to run with dumbbells or even like to walk around with those ankle weights. It just puts a lot of stress on your elbows, your knees.
Okay.
But sitting at a desk, what else is good too is if you don't have dumbbells is having, that tubing. You can get like surgical tubing like at a sports store, rubber band tubing, and, do, arm curls and you can do a full workout with tubing, actually. And it's a great thing to take when traveling because it's so light and compact. You just throw it in your carry-on or suitcase and no excuses.
No excuses, right.
No excuses. That's pretty much, really what it gets down to. Because it's like you think about, when you were talking about, Rick, you were running around with weights. I was thinking, wow, that's like me running around carrying wacky and or carrying our kids. They're so heavy sometimes, and you're lugging them through the store. So finding your workout where you can is really what it's about, and whether it's flexible tubing or anything, like moving while you're on the radio show.
Yes.
Well, let's see. So, you're going to close out the segment?
No.
Please?
No.
Just one?
That's fine.
Come on, you can do it.
That's fine.
30 seconds. Oh, all right. We are here at Motherhood Talk Radio with Rick Swanson, Sandra Beck, and Christy Holly. We have nutritionist Rona Brynin. Got it right. Didn't say Brennan, even though it looks like that in writing. We are going to come back in the next segment. We're going to talk about how nutrition affects our sleep and some things maybe we should avoid before going to sleep and some things that can help us sleep. So we will catch you guys after the break.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. Vision Onward is a mission. Vision Onward is passion. Vision Onward is compassion. It's God's power being shown in the world today with the guidance of the Holy Spirit through Jeff Holly and his family. And now, it's here on TogiNet, Monday evenings at 9, 8 Central. Vision Onward began over 3 years ago when Jeff and his family felt that after sitting in a church for years, they had come to a place in their faith where they were tired of sitting around and talking about their faith. They actually wanted to do something about it. So they decided to use their time, treasures, and talents that God had blessed them with to help those who have, by no choice of their own, been born into a world of poverty. So they walked away from the American dream, which they realize is actually a nightmare, so they can help others find hope in what seems to be a hopeless world. For more on Vision Onward, go to visiononward.org. This is truly a God-led adventure of the heart and humanity, making a difference for Christ. It's Vision Onward with Jeff Holly, Monday evenings at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com.
Are you alarmed, anxious, angry, even afraid of what is happening to America? It's time for Grassroots America, We the People. Learn how to get involved in your voting precinct and take back our country. It's time to build unity upon the Constitution and the wisdom of our founding fathers. Grassroots America, We the People. Every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Central on TogiNet Radio. Radio with a cutting edge.
Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Hey, mamas. Mamas. It's Sandra Beck, and you would think I'm here with my co-host, Christy Holly.
I'm here.
Rick Swanson,
I know.
Dead Air Twins.
Okay. So much to absorb.
Well, I got to tell you, when we're on the air, it's helpful for you guys to participate and talk, and when we're not on the air, get out of the office.
I'm trying to make sure we don't do the wrong thing.
Should be talking about on the air.
I need a filter.
I'm sorry. So you guys were talking about some shake thing. What is the shake thing?
I wanted to know. I don't know. It's called the shake weight. It's I'm not sure if it's some military guy, but the infomercial for it is just hysterical because you just take the weight and you shake it really fast, and just I don't know. I want to get it, but I'd be afraid to my brothers would probably beat me if I had one of those.
You can leave it here at Sam's house.
Oh, you want it?
Yes, I want it.
All right, it's called the shake weight.
The shake weight,
you can look it up. I don't know. Just Google the shake weight.
All
they say that it tones your arms and firms them. And you just hold it out in front of you and you shake it.
All right, shake weight. Okay.
And
looking it up.
It looks very fun to do.
Yeah, and then I noticed Big Five now carries it.
Target has it. Walmart has it.
Do they?
Yes, they're like $20, $19.99.
It looks like a sex toy.
Well, it does, and it looks like a sex toy when you're using it. But
hey, you should buy that.
I'm just saying.
Something Rick would be good at. Hey.
Something all the boys would be good at.
Yeah, wow. I'm looking at the infomercial right now, and I think anybody over the age of 13 that's a young male would probably have the rhythm down.
Yes.
I mean, they did a Saturday Night Live sketch with it, which, when you have some time, look at it. It's pretty amusing.
Rona, have you ever seen this thing?
No. But it's
Do you want to?
What?
like one of these other, again, there's all these scams and things out there and things that really don't work, but it looks a little gimmicky to me. To lose weight or to build muscle, it takes work. You know what I mean? It's like this shaking thing. It's not going to strengthen muscles, which means it's not going to really help you lose weight.
That's true, because all guys would have great guns if that was the case.
Yeah, but they're not holding straight out like this, because you're doing it against the resistance.
Has there been any?
Somebody's an expert. Chris.
Wow. I don't even know where to go with it at this point on this show.
Just saying, late night TV.
It's the wrong angle, and it's
Wow, I didn't know you could break that. What? Sorry. Anyway.
The weight?
Dead time.
Dead air.
Rona, say something.
Oh, me?
I'm sorry, but anybody who's listening out here today has to go on to Google. They have to Google, what is it, weight shake or shake weight?
Shake weight.
Shake weight. Watch this video. You'll either turn bright red or laugh your head off, because this guy is just working the shake weight, and it's
and he's dead serious. That's the funny part.
He is dead serious.
He doesn't get how funny it looks.
Okay, then the next thing, do a little. You know what? I don't think there's any scientific research on their claims, from what I'm seeing here.
I'm willing to try it.
Of course you are.
And I can let Chris borrow it.
Thank you.
Hey,
but though, you get tired of doing curls. I mean, I'll admit, I get tired. Even when we go to that class, where we're the weight class, the music weight class,
Mm-hmm.
it's it gets boring, and it's but shaking would break it up. I mean, I don't think I'd want to do the shake weight every day.
No.
But as part of your fitness regimen.
Yeah, I liked what we did today in Krav.
That was cool.
That circuit training thing, and we used all our body weight, which is not for me. But it was, it was really good, and you don't have to be in a gym to do it. So that's basically why I liked it.
Did you just kick my wall?
No, I can't. I'm all excited.
So that big fart you heard.
Yes.
Well, what do you think about inviting Rona, if she doesn't have her college teaching to do, to come to Krav with us and give her view of our workout?
Oh, that would be great. I think that she would love it.
Rona, would you be up for that?
I would love it, yeah. Yeah, I want to go look. I want to see what you guys are doing. No, but that's a great, it is a good workout from what I know about that, plus it's good self-defense.
It is.
It's great self-defense. For free. So.
Yeah, but this shake...
Beat on people, too. That's the best part.
But really, getting back to this shake weight thing, you know what, really, to exercise a muscle to build, you have to move a muscle through a range of motion, and this thing, you're just kind of holding it there, and that's not really... I say
you have to shake it, like you shake it hard back and forth.
Yeah, but you're not moving the muscle through a full range of motion, which, is how you actually build a muscle. I mean, you might feel it. It's kind of like if you held, a weight out and just held there for a while, you're going to feel it, but that's called like an isometric exercise. And an actual weight training, to build muscle, you need to do isotonic, what they call, like moving the muscle through a full range.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it might be entertaining at best, but...
What about for, like, sports, say, like baseball or tennis? I know you use something called fast twitch muscles, which our teacher in tennis would have us, like, take a PVC pipe and then literally, like, shake it up and down, and it would strengthen, your wrist and your forearm, but not make you bulky and stiff, but to give you that quick, explosive muscle.
Yeah, right, but still fast twitch, slow twitch fibers are in the muscle. They have to be exercised through a full range. So to do fast twitch, you have to move that muscle through its full range, but in a quick motion, a quick speed.
Right, in lighter weights too, right?
Right.
Okay. I know.
I didn't leave the show. It's like, all I hear is like fast twitch, stiff, quick.
All I hear is you laughing like.
She doesn't have. I don't have a mute on your mind.
I was being serious.
I know you were. That's what made it even funnier. Sorry. She's crying. I know. I got to get my mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, apparently.
So I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No more fast twitch muscle exercise stories.
Okay. Back to you. Back to you, fast twitch muscle guy.
Back to me.
Yes, back to you.
Well, let's just go back to the quick exercise routines instead of the fast twitch.
The quick exercises. What can you do in 15 minutes to burn calories? So, Rona, we're gonna switch gears here. We're gonna talk about foods that affect our sleep.
Foods.
Okay,
so what not to have before you go to bed?
Yeah, that'd be a start, don't you think?
Yeah.
Soda.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Anything with
caffeine.
Caffeine, sugar, right?
Sugar, caffeine. But fat, like fatty meals tend to keep us up. Because, part of sleeping, like a lot of people think, if I eat late at night, that's why I gain weight. And really, it's what you eat in that 24-hour period. If you stay within your calorie allotment and the last meal was right before you went to bed, but you still are within your calorie allotment, you're okay. But really why it's not good to eat before you go to sleep is now your body can't rest and rejuvenate, and part of sleeping, by the way, I know you guys were talking about lack of sleep, but lack of sleep actually can increase your appetite. Because when you have a lack of sleep, you increase one of the hormones called ghrelin, which increases appetite, and actually you decrease leptin. You might have heard of leptin. That one decreases your appetite. So overall, lack of sleep can change your weight loss, plans really quickly. So it's really important to sleep well. But, foods that are hard to digest, like fatty, heavy foods, will interfere with your, good quality deep sleep that you need. And then alcohol. Like, people think, I need alcohol to fall asleep. Alcohol, it will help you fall asleep right away, but it causes an interrupted sleep later on. So those are two big things right there that you want to try to avoid. But caffeine, like some people need to stop drinking anything caffeinated past like 3 or 4 o'clock. Otherwise it might interfere, with quality sleep. And there's teas, they have these relaxing teas like Sleepy Time tea and different things that or even herbal formulas, like a health food store has a lot of herbal formulas that help you sleep, get into that deeper sleep that we need.
Like, is that like the valerian tea or the chamomile tea?
Yeah, exactly. Valerian, chamomile, or even you can get it in capsule form that have those herbs, or even other ones, like one's called passion fruit and like the valerian. They do a whole mixture. Lemon balm, magnolia. I mean, there's like quite a, not passion fruit, passion flower. There's quite a number of different formulas you can try. Hops, things like that.
Well, hops are in beer, right? Isn't that what beer is made from?
Yeah, and this is a different part of the herb. But they put, you can get different, different brands sell different formulas where you can get 2 or 3 or 4 different herbs. But try it that way, or like you said, like a good tea. But that'll help, you to sleep. So things that you want to try to take, and then things that you want to try to avoid, But yeah, the alcohol really is a big one.
What about spicy foods? Do you think like that gives people heartburn? Or I know it doesn't give everybody heartburn, but are there things that trigger heartburn that we shouldn't? Because that would keep me awake if I had heartburn.
I was going to say, if it triggers, digestive issues, then you want to avoid it. And spices tend to, and fat. High-fat meals tend to increase, heartburn in some people. But fat takes the longest to digest. So if you have a heavy fat meal, late at night, and it's going to take a lot more time to get out of your stomach than something like a carb or even protein. So you want to eat, really they say eat 3 hours, at least 3 hours before you go to sleep. 4 is better. And, the sooner that you eat before bed, you want to avoid things like the fat and the spices, like you said.
So I guess no hamburgers before bedtime.
No, you quit hamburgers, though.
Have you guys tried, have you guys noticed the effects, though?
I've noticed a huge difference in laying off the hamburgers. It's just, it's weird. It's like I think that they have like an addictive quality, and same thing with my large Diet Coke. I think it became habitual, and it was very hard to break. And when we come back from the break, we are going to talk about food habits and sleeping habits and how they're formed, and we will be back after the break because my name is Sandra Reck, and I'm here with Christy Holly and Rick Swanson and Rona Brynin and our chamomile tea.
Yes.
I say chamomile. She says chamomile. Rick says Patron. What do you say, Christy?
Patron.
Patron. When we get back from the break, we will cover a wide variety of nutritional topics.
Mom, here's your show, Motherhood Talk Radio, giving you interesting, inspiring, and influential information as you navigate everything from childcare to corporate formation. This is Motherhood Talk Radio, and we'll be right back after these. It's time to capture the simple piece of the Amish in your own life. Amish Wisdom with Suzanne Woods Fisher. Thursday afternoons at 5, 4 Central. Each week, Suzanne will have conversations with guests about living a life that incorporates principles of the Amish without going Amish. She'll cover the practical, simplicity, slowing down, reducing clutter, putting the brakes on materialism. The historical, how have the Amish survived for 400 years? How can we hold on to what we hold dear? And the spiritual, treasuring important values, honoring the past, and increasing peace of mind. You don't have to become Amish to make personal peace a reality. Amish Wisdom will help all of us live a simpler life. For more information, go to SuzanneWoodsFisher.com. With Amish Wisdom, Suzanne offers us a glimpse into a world of peace, serenity, and total commitment to family and God. This show just might change the way you live your life. It's Amish Wisdom with Suzanne Woods Fisher. Thursday afternoons at 5, 4 Central on TogiNet.com.
Mind Matters is the show that dares to ask what's on your mind. Take this opportunity to join Dr. Larry Ross, clinical psychologist, and Joan Johane, licensed clinical social worker, as they combined have over 50 years of experience in dealing with your mind. Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, only on TogiNet Radio.
Welcome back to Motherhood Talk Radio, the most powerful voice in women's issues. For more information, check out the website, motherhoodtalkradio.com. Now, let's get back to the show with your hosts, Sandra Beck and Christy Holly.
Wow. We are here at Motherhood Talk Radio, if any of you just heard that expletive that shot out of Christy's mouth. We just want to say you never know what you're going to get when you turn into Motherhood Talk Radio.
Sometimes you get what you get.
Sometimes you get what you get.
Right?
That's right.
Sometimes you get the one that tastes bad.
Yes, it tastes bad. And speaking of that, we were talking about the shake weight. I've never tasted it, but...
I thought we were done with that.
Oh.
I mean, unless you want to, I mean, it's fine with me.
Oh, we are moving on.
I guess. All right, moving on, even though Rick said I'm holding it in my hand and it vibrates.
It doesn't vibrate.
That's what I said at all. I said if that's what's going on, then it no longer is qualified as a weight or an exercise device. You misquote. I want to recount.
All right, you can have a recount. You can have a recount. So we are going to talk about things that interrupt our habits or how habits are formed. We were talking before the break about hamburgers, about getting off track with our sleep, and even Diet Coke can become addictive, not so much, at least so far as we know, of any ingredient that's in there, but because it becomes habitual. And Rona, can you talk to us a little bit about how food habits are formed?
Well, like any habit, what do they say? Like 14 days to break a habit. But, they say with food and drinks, you crave what you eat.
I have a weird reverb echo. All I heard was, what will you eat?
Oh,
it's Rick's phone. It's
Why
Rick's
is it my phone?
I don't know. Carrie, the producer in Texas, said it's your fault.
Yeah, Carrie said,
oh.
Okay, goodbye.
Let's see, Rona.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Go.
Let's see. Habits, how are they formed?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
There you are. I was like, dead air, dead air, dead air.
Not again.
No, I'm not hearing anything.
Can you hear me?
She's here.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so habits and how they are formed.
Okay, so what I was saying is, how they say that any habit can be, what do they say, like broken in 14 days, or I think
it's 30 days or 21 days, or something like that.
But the same with food. A lot of it is habit, and they say that, you crave what you eat. And, you'd be amazed, like, when you stop eating something, it's like trying to stop smoking, that it's more, it is like a habit. But talking about the diet drinks, I think I was mentioning this once before. They've done a lot of studies actually on this, that people and with animals, the rat research they've done, that people that drink these diet drinks tend to weigh more because it tricks the brain. The diet sugars, the artificial sweeteners trick the brain into thinking that you didn't get certain amount of calories, and so you eat more, it turns out. So besides the fact that these artificial sweeteners, have been shown to increase risk of certain cancers, like leukemia and all this other stuff. But back to the, the habit thing, I mean, a lot of it is just habit and discipline, just saying, nope, don't want it, not good for me.
That's true. That's what I did with my hamburger, because I realized, like, I was, Rona, you had asked us to keep like a food diary in the beginning, so I started making notes in my day planner, just like I put a little B when I would have a hamburger, or T for taco, and I realized, like, it was always at the same time every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it wasn't like I wasn't craving a hamburger at like 4 a.m. I wasn't craving it at 4 p.m. I was craving it right around like 2:30. And when I looked over some of the stuff that you had talked to me about, I was like, wow, I wonder if I substituted it by putting in smaller meals during the day and, leaving my office, go down, having cheese or an apple or something throughout the day, and having the fruit cut up at least. I haven't been doing so great on the vegetables, but the fruit and the carrots, I guess carrots a vegetable, but it's high in sugar. Having that has prevented that, like, afternoon crash that I would be like, ooh, I'm really looking for a hamburger and I'm really looking for a large Diet Coke.
Right, yeah, and by the way, so if you have lack of sleep by the mid-afternoon like that is when it might start kicking in too, which remember that hormonal effect of lack of sleep, it's going to increase your appetite, But when you, that's the thing about exercise. They say that like people that exercise regularly want to eat better. It kind of goes hand in hand.
That's true. Christy, do you find that?
Most of the time, or sometimes, it tricks my brain into going like, oh, you worked out so hard, you can have this, or you can have that, which I don't want to be thinking that. Not what I want to think, but sometimes that happens. I feel like I'm all or nothing,
or that you earned it.
Yeah, sometimes I do
that.
It's like I could have this, but I don't like to use food as a reward, but sometimes in my mind, that's what I do. Like, I can have this, or, the kids are asleep. I worked out today. I can have a little of this, and then, a little turns into, more than, one portion sometimes.
Or, like, I went, like, a whole week, like, oh, look, I eat really good. I had all my vegetables. I had everything Rona asked me to have in one calendar week. So I'm going to celebrate and have Funyuns and a Snickers bar for dinner, which I did do on Monday night. But again, Rona, your words came back to me going, but it was moderation. I wasn't have Funyuns and Snickers bar every night for dinner, and I had cooked and I had prepared my food, and but I did feel better. To be fair, we pick on Rona all the time, and we had her. She gave us some things to do, and we ate nitro and chips and laughed about how bad we were.
That was only one.
Okay, but we used the money that was in the workout jar to buy them.
You don't need to bring that back up. Now she's going to be angry at us again.
Whatever happened with that?
Well, there's no money, Rona.
We spent the money on chips and nitro.
Number one rule of sneaking, don't tell everybody.
Yeah, but I can't take the guilt.
Are you guys going to get back to that? Start it again?
Okay. I am, because you know what? I am committed to, changing the terrible path I put my body on over the last 2 years. It was really not fair what I did to it. I didn't let it sleep. I didn't work it out. I didn't eat right. And then yet I demanded to fit into my bathing suit. And
I know. What happened?
Are you not listening? Just stay skinny no matter what I pour into your body.
Exactly. Your body's just don't cooperate. No, I turned 40 a couple weeks ago.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. And I am just thinking more like, oh my gosh, like I really, really, really need to take care of the insides of my body.
Rona-ism.
I know. Well, and I've been hearing all these things that happen at, age 40 and after, and it's scary, and I've been, abusing my body for so long that, my mind finally is going like, okay, sister, put the brakes on and do something about it before I get some disease that's irreversible. So,
hey, know what's a really cool tool? You guys can go to, it's realage.com, and they do this is really neat. It takes about 20 minutes. You fill out this survey, and it asks you about how many times a week you eat fruit and vegetables, and do you smoke, do you exercise, how much, does your weight, cholesterol, and things like that. And then it tells you, it compares your chronological age versus your biological age. So, say, Chrissy, you're 40. Say, you do this thing, and it's going to tell you, are you, does your body think you're 35 or 45 or 50, depending on how you lead your life. It's really a great wake-up call.
That's what I need.
Okay. Yes. Realage.com says I'm 193.
Nuh-uh.
No, I'm just teasing.
Oh, nuh-uh.
You know what else, Chris? And so I think all of you guys, I mentioned this before, but you guys, I challenge you guys to go and get a blood test and get your cholesterol, your triglycerides, your insulin, and do it every year, because then it kind of keeps you motivated to, stay on the, on the track of health, to get it measured and see. But between that and that Real Age, it kind of, gives you some tools.
Well, I think, it's a lot of the stuff you've taught us has helped. Even though it might not have sunk in fast in the beginning, I'm realizing with what's going on in our lives, we didn't get to this point overnight, and to fix it and to make changes within the limited time we really have to do some of this stuff takes time.
Yeah.
It does take time.
No, it does, but not to harp on this, but you only get one body. It's like, and I understand the time thing, but, we, prioritize, triage our time. I don't know. But,
but it's making choices, and that's the thing that Rona, I think, you hit home one show, and if people want to go back and listen to the other Fit to Strip Challenge shows, they are really funny, but they also are packed with a lot of good information, and it is true. I mean, it's like we have to make different choices, because the choices we made brought us to the present state of unwellness or disease or whatever you want to call it, but we made choices to get here, and so we have to make different choices that need to start now, right, if we're going to, go down a different path.
Yeah, we can change. I mean, we can change. We can reverse things that are happening in our bodies.
That's true.
You can reverse a lot of things. So
never too late.
It's never too late, right. I just need help with my motivation because I have it, and I'll have it for a few hours, and then by the evening I'm like, it's gone. So that's what I need help with is keeping my motivation up.
Well, but I think signing up for CROV today, which you did, you committed to 10 weeks, right?
6 months.
I think 6 months. Yeah. That's a big commitment.
I know. I'm ready for it. And I bought some shape-ups, too.
Did you?
Yeah, I haven't got them out of the box yet, but I have them.
I think that is awesome. I mean, Christy, you've been so much fun to be with on this radio show in my life and to be my workout buddy.
Aww.
We did have fun. I mean, we had a ball at CROV, and, until I got knocked down, but it wasn't her fault.
I didn't do it.
No, you didn't. But there is trust that goes along with it, too, and I think that if you just start and give yourself a chance and begin, and if you fail and you stop, just kind of pick yourself up and keep going, because that's what I've seen us do. We were hiking and walking, and then we weren't, and then now we're back again, and, we're just not going to give up. So
right.
My name is Sandra Beck, and I am the hostess of Motherhood Talk Radio along with Christy Holly. And we want to thank Rick Swanson for being here today, as well as Rona Brynin. And we want to say a shout-out to Carrie, who says that she has... What do you go to? She goes to some dance class.
Zumba girl.
She's a Zumba girl. So no matter what it is, just get up and move, and we're going to have a great week, and we'll check back with you guys next Tuesday.
Yep.
Thank you for being a part of Motherhood Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Christy Holly on TogiNet.com. Join us every Tuesday as